Hi all, and welcome to my channel, Fred Makes Things, and a random haul video for you today. Junior heard me talking. He literally heard me say hi all and was like, oh, it's my time to shine. Here I am. Pay attention to the junior cat. Anyway, so I'm doing a random haul video for you. I had while I was on my trip to Edmonton, I had really thought about doing like a this is what I picked up while I was on vacation kind of video. And I came home and I realized I just didn't have enough stuff that I really cared to talk about while I was on vacation. I spent most of that time just with my family and my friends and hanging out in the places that I like, and just hanging out, right? Like Edmonton, I lived in Edmonton for a decade. And so I don't do touristy things there. I didn't really do a whole lot of shopping either. I kind of just hung out, right? And enjoyed life. So when I was like getting ready to talk about the things that I picked up, I realized I hadn't picked up much. So this video is going to be in two parts. All of that to say, this video is going to be in two parts. Part one are basically birthday presents that I got while I was in Edmonton. And part two is going to be like a Missouri Star haul, because I went a little hog at Missouri Star a couple of weeks ago. So timestamps are on the screen for you in the description box, and as chapters in the video. So if you don't care about the few things that I got in Edmonton or my birthday presents or what have you, feel free to skip on over to part two. So before we get started, I do want to say hello to the new subscribers, the OGs, anyone in between. Hello to the people who are always curious about what I picked up with Missouri Star, people who are curious about hauls, or anyone who just kind of clicked on this video because the algorithm told them to. You are also very much welcome. Your kind and considerate comments are always so appreciated in the comment section. So let's get into part one. Edmonton and my birthday. So I've been home for like almost 2 months. When this video goes up, I will have been home for nearly 2 months. August, I was really busy catching up on all of the July stuff that I missed for the first few weeks, and then September hit and I had all of my regular videos to produce. So this haul video kind of just kept getting pushed further and further back. And like I said in the introduction, I wasn't even sure if I really wanted to share everything that I picked up in Edmonton. Like, I only have one walk that I did that was different that I took pictures of. Here's a few photos of wandering around the Edmonton River Valley. We parked on one side of the river at a little park, crossed the river on the new pedestrian bridge that is part of the new LRT system, crossed over, walked along the river valley all the way over to the base for the new funicular that's been around for a few years in Edmonton, and then walked back, kind of just enjoying the day, enjoying the river, and yeah, relaxing. And it's a part of the river valley that I'd never been to before, so that was kind of cool. We found a board that said it's part of the Trans-Canada hiking system, something like that. So that was really the only like outing that I did that I took pictures of for the entire 3 weeks that I was at home for. So yeah, those are some video or some photos from there. Haul wise, I bought some fabric at Fabricland. You'll see it in a future video towards the end of October, I'm hoping. But here's a photo of those two pieces of fabric. They're upstairs, waiting to be ironed, and so I didn't bring them downstairs. But they're both a floral, right? They're the exact same floral. They're just in two different color combinations. And they were on clearance at Fabricland. And so I picked them up because one is being turned into a different form of dress than the one that we talked about a couple weeks ago. And then the other one, I am undecided on what I want to make with it. But I like the print so much and the price was good, so I picked it up. I also got this there. Another pair of snips. That's really all the shopping that I did. See what I mean? Like, it's not huge. I did get birthday presents though, and that is what you've been staring at that Junior was laying on. I got 3 main birthday presents. This is, I thought that the green dress that I talked about a couple of weeks ago was my birthday present from my cousin, because I basically told her we were making it. But she bought me this too, and it's a bag. It's the Estella bag. It's a bag making kit from a local store near where she works, I think, something like that. I'll get the name from her and I'll put it up on the screen for you. But it's called the Estrella Bag Style 1, and it's turquoise. It's faux leather and I believe cotton, and it even has like a handmade tag. So she got me this. She was mindful that I didn't have a whole lot of space in my suitcase, so I got this Estrella bag. She has one and it's like red, I think, red and black, red and white, red and black and white. I don't quite remember. She said she was half tempted to keep the turquoise for herself and give me the red, but then she knows turquoise is one of my favorite colors, so she gave it to me instead. So this will be discussing in a future video. We'll do like the whole run through of like unboxing it, looking at it, taking a quick glance at the pattern. It looks like the code for the PDF pattern is included, so I'm gonna have to download that. But yeah, the other thing that I got for my birthday was from my husband, and it's a new mini Oliso iron. I had an iron, I love it. The steam kind of wasn't working on it anymore. So he got me this iron that you see on screen too. It's the Tula Pink version of the Oliso mini iron, and it is awesome. The steam doesn't work on this one either, but I haven't bothered to troubleshoot why that might be. But it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. I got that here, right? It was waiting for me when I got home, because my birthday was on the 21st and I got home on the 22nd. So it was waiting for me and I was so excited to have it. And then the third thing, here's a picture of that too, is this beautiful bronze horse. This was my grandfather's, and I've been in love with it for my whole life. And when my grandfather passed away, it was given to my uncle, who had it for years and years, and recently found out, I don't know, I was complaining about something at some point, and I was saying about how, like, the horse, right, I'd always loved that horse, I'd always wanted that horse, and he had no idea. He had no idea that it had meant so much to me. And so for my birthday this year, he gave it to me. And now it has a pride of place in my house. And it is probably one of my most treasured possessions. My grandfather was a very complicated man. A lot of my family doesn't have as many fond memories of him as I do. But I came from a very tumultuous childhood, and I spent a great deal of my time living with my grandma and grandpa. And I really got to know my grandfather. We had a very special bond that a lot of the rest of my family never had. So having this one thing of his, like I have a few other like small mementos and stuff from him, but this one thing is probably one of the most important things that I own to me in my life. And I'm just so happy that I have it. I never thought I would get it. I never thought I would. And my uncle never even knew that I'd cared so much. He said, had he known that it meant so much to me, he would have just given it to me at my grandfather's funeral. But he had no idea. And I was being very polite, right? And not being a brat about it. But yeah, I'm very happy to have it. My grandfather passed when I was 22. So that was 20 years ago. And now I have it. Anyway, that's it. That is it for part 1 and that part of the haul. See, like, not a whole lot to talk about, not a whole lot to discuss. Like I said, I didn't really do a lot of shopping. And especially when I found out that my husband was being given a bottle of whiskey for his birthday, and that he had not traveled with a suitcase, so that sucker was coming home with me. I had to like really pare back on plans on bringing stuff home because of weight restrictions and just the size of having to bring home a whiskey bottle. So let's get into part 2, the Missouri Star Quilt Company haul. It's a box on the floor. So, like I said, I want a little hog. Nothing of it is super duper exciting. But it's stuff that I've been looking at or stuff that I'd be needing and what have you. So, this is the main reason that they took up space is I ordered Minky. I have this beautiful chocolate brown color. I wonder if I could open it without like opening it, you know? Junior's back. Because I don't want to get cat hair and stuff all over it. A little baby cat. Oh, and of course we're knocking the camera. Okay. So this beautiful like brown tone. This is for a quilt project that I won't even be able to talk about until December because it's a Christmas present, but like how pretty is that brown? Oh, it's gonna look so nice. And then it's called, I got 2 yards of it. Cuddle Chocolate Solids in 60-inch Minky. So it should fit the project that I bought it for pretty nicely with some leftover. And then the other one is this beautiful gray tone. 90 inches wide Minky. I got 3 yards of this because this is planned for like a couple of different throws and stuff that I have. And I think those are so pretty. So I got these. These were, I don't think these were on sale at all. But they're so cool. Then the other stuff is more manageable. So I'm going to pile the other stuff onto the table and then come back and chat with you about it. So you can see there's some Tula Pink. They were on sale. So I got a 2-yard cut of Tula Pink's True Colors Neon Fairy Flakes in Nova. I don't have a plan for this, but I had to have it because I love Tula Pink. This was some of the first Tula Pink fabric that I got from for a Sewers Club project. And I'm just like, oh, it's so pretty. It's so bright. I love it. So I got that. And then I have, that's a 2-yard cut. And then I have Tulip Pinks, True Colors, Neon Fairy Flakes in Spirit. And again, I had to have it and don't have a plan for it. But I'm also pretty good at not just buying things for the sake of buying things. So I'm sure there will be a project that I will easily use this pin. But again, like, oh, like that. So pretty. Oh, so pretty. But I love those swallows. And then I got, they were having a sale on 3-yard cuts in a bunch of solids from Kona Cotton. So I got some more solids. I got Spruce, which I think is a slightly different color than the other green that I've ordered a couple of times. Like, how pretty is that? Like, that looks so nice with this too. So a 3-yard cut of Spruce. And then I got a 3-yard cut of Charcoal. Which I thought would work because, like, sometimes I'm like trying to match fabrics and stuff, like come up with color plans, and I don't want to use black, but I need something like dark to work with it. And I thought Charcoal would be a really cool color to use instead. And then I got like a cream. It's called Oyster. Again, 3 yards. It was something like buy 3 yards or buy 3. They're having a sale on 3-yard cuts. And if you buy more than 3 different, like if you bundled a bunch together, right? Like you bought in multiples, you saved money. So I think once you reach 30, or once you reached 3, I think the price went down. Whatever I paid will be up on the screen for you. So this is just like a creamy, right? White kind of, it's cream, right? It's definitely in between yellow and white. Here's that acrylic ball that has been floating around, right? And this is like a creamy white. So this leans a little more to the yellow side. Also, look, I'm in long sleeves. I haven't had a sweater on since what, May? April? So anyway, cream or oyster. And then finally, this is what started it all. This is Bellini. Again, Kona Cotton. And I bought this specifically because the project that I'm working on for that Christmas present is a little on the small side. It's like, it would make like a really nice like wall hanging or something, but I'm making it to be like a throw, and I need it to be a little, sorry, Junior. I needed it to be like a little bit longer, maybe a little bit wider too, to work as a like a lap throw, right? To make it a little bit bigger, basically. And one of the accent colors is pink, and so I thought I could order more pink, right? And I could do a border, or I could do like a top and a bottom strip, something, right, to kind of change up the coloring. So I got this pink to go along with that. So again, not an exciting video, not a lot to see in any of these, but I just wanted you to kind of, honestly, I didn't have a video for today, but I kind of wanted to share some fabric that I picked up, some colors that I'm being drawn to, that kind of idea. So 4 solids. Wow, that yellow is taking on a green, hey? Tinge next to this. 2 Tula Pink cuts as well. And I imagine that this pink is going to pop with that pink too. Yeah, see, I like that too. I'm just so happy. I'm always so excited for fabric. But these are the fabrics that I picked up. So 4 3-yard cuts in some solids. So they'll make some nice backing fabrics for some quilts and stuff, some quilt tops. Lining fabrics for some totes and things like that. So it's always nice to have solids, and I don't actually have a lot of yardage in a lot of solids. Like I said, I tend to buy for the projects that I'm working on, and I don't tend to keep a lot of back stock, mostly because I don't have a lot of space. So everything needs to be able to live in a couple of totes in my sewing room, and so I picked things I thought would work, right? This could be a nice neutral. This is just pretty. This I think will be a nice neutral, especially when you don't want white. And then this, like I said, has specific plans. And then we've got the 2 Tula Pinks, because I'm a sucker and I can't say no to Tula Pink. We have the 2 Minky fabrics for specific quilt backings. That gray I thought would work really well with the Nocturnal Soul quilt that I'm making right now as part of like that quilt along that I'm working with. If you're curious about that, I'll link the quilt update video where I talk about that and then just up here in the upper right hand corner. See, like, look at that. Like, I've had these open for like what, a couple of minutes, and already I have black hair from Junior on that. So yeah, that is what we have. A Missouri Star Quilt Company and a mini haul from my trip home. So what do you think? What do we think? Are we excited for these? Do you want to see me work on this bag? My thoughts on it, things like that. Whatever information I pull up about this Estrella bag, I will throw in the description box for you so that you can also figure out what is going on with that. And yeah, are there any things in your home that you have from like a cherished family member that just like means the world to you too? Like I said, tumultuous childhood meant that I don't have a lot of things from that time in my life. So having that horse really does mean like the world to me. But yeah, I also, now that we're at the end of the video and we're in the rambling goodbye bit, I've been thinking about it, and because if you saw my hooks and needles video from Friday, you know that I'm not going to be doing hooks and needles anymore. But I'd already filmed that video, and it didn't make any sense to not post it. Do you want to see a review video for box 14? Now that we know like some of the allegations and some of the issues that have been brought up, like do you care about a box 14 review video? Do you not? I'll post this in the community tab as well, but let me know your thoughts on that instead. I'm just asking because like I'm currently working on one of the projects. There's 2 other projects in that box as well, and if no one's interested in a review, I'll still make them just out of curiosity and talk about them sometime in the future, but I might focus more on some of the cottons and stuff that I got in my hobby haul rather than on the hooks and needles. But if you are curious about what these last projects look like, what the last box for me is like, I'd still work on them, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that is all I want to say today. So today is Monday and we're doing this mini haul that I've probably talked too long on. Wednesday is our Sewers Club discussion video, like my thoughts on Sewers Club in general. Friday is my Mary Maxim project review video. That is nearly finished. I'm on like the final stitches and I'm getting ready to like weave in the last ends and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. Next Monday is unknown, and then Wednesday is some sort of sewing video. I have a few projects upstairs that I'm working on. So think about subscribing if any of my upcoming videos interest you. Like the video if you've reached the end. Like the video if you like hauls or me just randomly rambling on about things like that. Or, you know, if you just like the channel in general. And yeah, I now get to get these upstairs and put away to avoid trying to get any more cat hair on them. And yeah, with all of that being said, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching, and I will talk with you again soon. Bye!